South Korea has been hosting me well for many years. I've lived in a couple of different cities and experienced living here as a student and as an expat with a full-time job. The country has been known for its rapid growth in economy and a massive success in entertainment. But among all this, there's an aspect of the country that I absolutely had to see and capture. And with the goal of visiting some of the most remote and less populated areas and capturing the previously unseen nature, I set myself on a journey of driving alone around the entire country for a week. Join me on this journey and see some of the most beautiful sights of South Korea you didn't know about before. Alright, it is happening. I have departed from Seoul on a road trip around Korea. And while I filled up this gas for the first time, I'm gonna fill you in on the details of the trip. I will be going around, stopping by a few places and writing down all the important information like how much money I spent, how much gas I bought and how many kilometers I've driven. And before we depart, a few more things. And for this road trip, I actually have set a few rules for myself. I only want to drive close to the coast to get the best views. I'm going to be trying local food and visiting local cafes along the way whenever possible. And last, I'm going to try to keep this trip on a tight budget. I'm now ready to depart, and the first stop will be Seosan. While driving for the very first few hours, I'm encountering the weather that I didn't want to see the most. For some reason I was expecting the clear skies to show you the landscapes and everything that you wouldn't usually see on TV, because that was one of the points of going around South Korea. However, for now, I guess it's not happening. So I'm gonna keep driving in hopes that the weather is gonna change. This is the first stop for today. I didn't make it to Seonsan yet, but I'm stopping by, I think the closest city would be Danjin, just because I got here to the closest point to the sea. And this is the view. It does seem like this area is famous for camping, just because there are lots of trucks, camping trucks and cars everywhere. And yeah, I'm just gonna walk around a little bit. I unfortunately have encountered the weather that is not perfect to show stuff and fly the drone, just because you cannot see that much after maybe 500 meters away. So I think it's just gonna be a small walk over here until I go to Seosan. And while we're at this, I thought I would introduce you to 2007 Mercedes-Benz E350. This is the car I'm driving on this road trip. It's aged a little bit, but it's sweet. I love it a lot, and I'm praying very hard that it doesn't break. While I'm on this trip, just because I will be very far and it's very hard to find parts for this car in Korea immediately, like right away. Usually you have to order them from outside of Korea, from different countries, and it takes weeks to get here. So I hope we will make it back. This car is absolutely beautiful. It's very spacious. It hasn't failed me, and I love traveling in this car with my friends, and the number of memories that we've made is
Знаковые. С чем чипсики?
It's not to be sweet.
worth every struggle that this car can bring, because it can bring struggles. But right now I'm going to be finding a new spot to go to Seosan. And looking at the map, Seosan looks like a big kind of peninsula, I'm not sure if you can call it that, with lots of islands on the way. And I'm going to go along the coast around, I think, most of the islands if I can, and see what's there. So what I'm seeing here is a contrast between vast and empty spaces, big bodies of water, and industrial areas that are filled with factories. The smoke and the steam that is coming out of those big pipes. There is often not many colors when it comes to the architecture. There is often not many colors when it comes to the nature. And those things that are beautiful can sometimes be hard to find here in South Korea. Alright, so I stopped by a village, random village. I just found a small road and I turned around to see what's here, and this is a village somewhere very close to Taean. Just to give you an idea of what the villages in Korea look like. They still, to me, look a little bit industrial, but this is the view from above. It's now time to get back on the road. Alright, so I'm now approaching the coastline of Taean, which has lots of trees, and it's very actually new to me. I haven't seen this stuff in Korea, and I see lots of cafes. I think this is some sort of a summer resort, and I'm gonna explore this place a little bit because it's also time to find food. And one special thing that I want to visit while I'm in this area is a kind of small temple. I actually came and found what I was exactly looking for in the first day. And what I was looking for is nature. Just look at the scale of it, look at the space, look at the fact that there are no people here, almost no people. What's happening? I just saw some road tension over there, but it's okay. I think the only way I can send you this environment type of a feeling is by looking it from above, as usual. Because there is not that much that I can say to actually give you the feeling of how it feels to be out in nature after living years and years and years in big cities, of cramped spaces, of noise and of constant hustle. This is what I call a breather for a city person like me. Welcome to Ganwalam, a hermitage and a small temple in Seonan. This hermitage was created by the great monk Muhak. The unique thing of this temple is that it is located on the island. This island is connected to the shore at low tide, but the same walkway is submerged during high tides, which essentially makes this an island. While I'm not big on the history, I think this place is pretty unique, and I'm glad I stopped by and found this place. Just walked a few meters away from the hermitage and then I came across a small port. Obviously, being close to the city, locals are using this location to fish and get some seafood. And it's very cute to see older ladies and men here, probably family businesses that are running their own kind of street restaurant. You could see right behind me, the lady there is having a restaurant made of a container. A couple of more places have actually tables right on the street. This is probably one of the freshest seafood you can try. Too bad I'm not into seafood. I would love to try those things. I'm sure they're amazing. Look at all the sauces that they have, look at all this fish and then shells and other things that they have, fresh or probably some sort of marinated or dried, smoked. I don't like seafood, but at least I can show you guys what it looks like. I think my time at this area is coming to an end. I'm gonna get back to the car and figure out the next location. I actually would love to eat something right now and move down south again. As I drive, I keep seeing these absolutely stunning views that I would love to shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot. However, because of the air pollution today, it's not as good. It's not as good because you cannot see too far. I'm still gonna fly the drone, I'm still gonna shoot a few locations if I come across them, but man, this would have been so much better if there was no this air pollution. But for now, enjoy. This too was the sunset of the first day. I am now on my way to Boryong, and that's where I'm going to be having my lunch slash dinner or late lunch, even though it's after 5 p.m. just because I was driving and I was trying to capture as much content as possible. And also the areas where I was didn't have anything else but fish, and especially raw fish. So I think anything after this shot will be dark, but I'll be capturing the evening as well. I'm gonna still have to figure out where I'm gonna stay. I still don't have a plan, but it's Korea, so we should be fine. There is stuff everywhere. Alright, so for a while I was debating if I should stay here in Boryong since it's dark and I don't really enjoy driving in the dark, or I should go down south, and I have decided that I am going to stay in Mokpo today. And there are two reasons for that. First, the air is still not clean, so I'm hoping to drive more at night or in the evening once the sun is down, so if by any chance the air is better tomorrow, I can actually make more stops. And the second and the most important reason is that I found an amazing hotel that I can't wait to show you. And I am now stopped at a local rest station, so-called Hanok Guesthouse, a rest area, and I would like to just give a little bit of a useful information and introduce you what it is that you get once you stop on a highway in South Korea. So this one is one of the smaller rest stops that I've been to. Yeah, it is small for Korean standards. So what's here is usually bathroom, which is free. There is a bunch of food. There is usually cafes and things like this, and a place for people to eat and drink coffee and rest a little bit and smoke and things like this. This one, I'm now here at around 9 p.m. and as you can see, it's relatively empty. Each rest stop has a gas station, which is very convenient, and there is the one over there. And over here we see a couple of coffee shops for takeouts, and those are closed, I'm sure, because it's nighttime here. And then there is a food station. This is the one that you just grab right on the street, kind of. And then there is another section indoors. So this one is usually some sort of fried fast food, Korean fast food, hot dogs, sausages, some meat, and things like this. Bathrooms are pretty clean. It has soap, proper soap. There is even a baby changing station, which is good to see. And this is what the inside part looks like. You can see there are proper tables and there is a fresh, proper food and a convenience store inside as well. However, all of this is closed due to me being here late in the evening. But this is the review of a rest stop in Korea. I still have about 1 hour of driving to Mokpo, and this is going to be the last drive for today. Alright, so this is the hotel I was talking about. Let's go check it out. Room tour. Alright, so it's a guest house, it's not a hotel. This is the place where I'm staying. Open this glass door first, and you have the second door. And this door opens too. And then you get to your room. And that's all that you have in this room. Wall, wall, wall. The mattress on the floor, which is okay. It's a Korean Hanok experience, kind of. It's just so small. That's it. That's it. That's it. Alright, so I think this is the controller for the heating, and this is the remote control for the AC. And this is the AC, and all we have is hair dryer, trash bin. I think this is made of coffee. This needs to be fixed a little bit. Need a screwdriver, I think. For now, it's like this. And this is a curtain. And this is a mattress, and a blanket, and a pillow. Alright, so the good thing is that it does look like it's a real Hanok house, which was just divided into several parts, and now it's a hotel. And from what I was told, this is the bathroom. This is a bathroom tour. Pretty good. All that you need is here. This is a small terrace by the entrance, which looks really good. And this is like a small backyard. It's beautiful too. And there is the lights that I'm sure could be switched on. And there is apartment building right here. It's just unique. It's Korea. I love it. The way it is. Look at all these plants. And it even has all their tools for water. And then look at this bucket. Look at this little table made of wood. Look at these chairs made of, I don't know what it's made of. It's metal for sure, but it looks like this was something else and became a chair. And there is even like a small mirror right there. This is the experience that I am happy to show. Well, it's pretty late in here. It's 10:30. And I'm just gonna find a convenience store to get myself something small to maybe drink, like a yogurt or pastry. And then I think that is gonna be the wrap-up of the day. See you in a bit. Well, almost 11. I think it's gonna be time to sleep soon.